Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for the final week of July 2023. Hope you guys are doing great. I want to take a second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so simply take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Also keep in mind that the energies can and often do reverse or flip-flop in a general reading. So guys, if you find you're resonating more with the opposite side, just get in where you fit in. As always, Scorpio, please don't try to force yourself into a reading that is not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of Scorpio? Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, you are coming out with the Four of Cups. You have the Three of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So Scorpio, I feel like you're juggling a lot in your life right now. You might be trying to find that balance in your life between your social, your work, that type of thing. Some of you could be juggling money as well. But I feel like there's a situation you're involved in that you're just kind of bored with. So you're now maybe going out with friends, dating. I do see that there's a situation that is somebody's offering you love and you're either bored with it or you just simply don't see it. But you look busy. You look busy, like you're a social butterfly right now. Let's see who's in your energy. Show me who's in Scorpio's energy. Show me who is in Scorpio's energy. Who is in Scorpio's energy? The energy feels kind of sluggish and slow with whoever this is, which might be why you're feeling a little bored with it. All right, so the person in your energy has the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Two of Swords in the reverse. All right, so this person is closing out a cycle of some kind. I do see that they may have made a decision without knowing all the facts. And that could be related to what they're closing out. Either that or they want to close out a cycle and have a new cycle. But I feel like either way, they're making a decision here without knowing all the facts. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, so there's loss here. Yeah, this is something, now be careful with your money because again, I'm seeing that there could be some financial loss, Scorpio, in this final week of July. So you might have to juggle your money a little bit. So be careful with that. But what I'm seeing here is that there's a situation here that you may not be feeling very secure or they may not be feeling secure about. And there's a sense of loss. Why is, what's affecting this connection? The Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Everything is moving slow. And I felt that in the energy. I don't feel it in yours. Your energy feels more like you're just kind of in this area where you're kind of bored. You're going out with friends. You're active. You're more active. But their energy is extremely slow. What is the outcome at the end of the week? So somebody here is moving very slowly. Let me give a little room here. Yeah, they're not, there's a lack of communication with this person too. Okay. You may want to reunite with somebody as well. I am seeing at the end of the week, the outcome is that something here is going to be revealed. I believe Pisces had this card in the same place. So if you're dealing with a Pisces, you might want to look at that reading. Or if you have Pisces strong in your chart. But I feel like you're waiting for something to be revealed. You're waiting for some kind of information to come out. And they're being extremely quiet. They're not speaking. They're not speaking about something. They're keeping, it's like they've intentionally decided to take a break here. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. This is underlying energy. And what that tells me is that somebody here could be giving their attention to more than one situation or person. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's another person, though. It could be any kind of situation. But they're not making this connection a priority. Let's see why the Four of Cups is here for you, Pisces or Scorpio. All right, Two of Coins in the reverse. Now here you have it in the upright, and we also have the Five of Swords. So you could be in a conflict with this person. That may be why they're not speaking. I am seeing a conflict. It does look like someone is in their ego a little bit. It could even be you, Scorpio. But I do feel like there's kind of a bitter conflict here. And it could have to do with juggling. Let's see why. I feel like either way, it's left a bit of imbalance for you. And that's what's leading to this loss and possibly some insecurity for some of you. Ace of Wands reversed. The Fool in reverse. So there could be the possibility of a reconciliation after an ending here, but I feel like you're not real excited about that. I feel like you're dating, you're going out. It's like you lost your balance in this conflict with this person. There was an ending, and now you've found your balance again. And I do feel like even if you're desiring a reconciliation, there's a fear of what that's going to entail. Let's see why the Two of Pentacles is here. Ah, you're in the Empress energy. Okay. So you're kind of sitting back. You know your self-worth. You know your value. You didn't. You lost that for a moment. And now you've regained that. And you're happy here. Yeah, so this was a situation that you were feeling really imbalanced with. And now I feel like you've gotten yourself out there. You're going out with friends. And I feel that you found your balance. You're happy. There may be a part of you that's still waiting to see what's going to happen, though, with this person. I feel like you're seeing things more clearly than you have in quite some time. And so you're feeling good about yourself, which is a positive thing. I feel like in this connection, maybe you were not feeling really good about yourself. It culminated in an argument, a conflict here. Let's see why the Wheel is here for them. Page of Swords. So they thought they knew something that they didn't know. And the Nine of Wands reversed. So this person saw something, they made a decision on half-truths or half information, and I feel like you actually benefited from it, Scorpio, because now you're moving in a better energy. This person became overwhelmed with whatever it was that they saw, though, and they decided to close out a cycle with you. Why is the Page of Swords in reverse? They could have been a little sharp or immature about how they handled this. I feel like whatever this was, they felt hurt about. It could also be that somebody gave them information that wasn't true. Yeah, Seven of Wands and the Hierophant. Sign of Taurus. You also have Aries here, Libra. Taurus is very strong, and Leo is here as well. Cancer is here. But what I'm seeing is that they got very defensive. They got hurt. They got very defensive over this. And I feel like, I honestly feel like somebody told them something that wasn't true. Either that or they omitted the truth. And so your person made a decision based on a half-truth or a lie. And now they want to bring this back together, it looks like. I do feel like they took bad advice. They definitely took bad advice. And they've been standing their ground, but it's with a lie. It's with something that's not true. Why is the Two of Swords in reverse? Yeah, they made a decision to let you go. They made a decision to let you go, and now they realize that they've caused their own problem. They're feeling heavy. Their energy is extremely heavy. I felt it when I pulled the cards as well. So there's something here that they took advice on, and it wasn't true. I feel like somebody either deliberately deceived them or gave them bad advice. And based upon that, they thought they knew, but they didn't. And they made a decision here, and they created these problems, literally created these problems by deciding to release this connection. They have a real problem letting their guard down. This looks like somebody who has trust issues. Why is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, that's their energy. Nine of Pentacles reversed again. And the Page of Wands. You may have tried to talk to this person, but they were definitely not very nice in how they talked to you when they ended things. And I am seeing that there was some immaturity on both sides in this conflict. It left you feeling really unsettled. But you kind of did a review of the past. You're processing this loss, and now you're getting back out there. They're kind of seated in this insecure energy. Let's see why the Knight of Pentacles is here. Now, for some of you, this person might not be single, but I'm not seeing a lot of that. For somebody, though, and I don't feel like it's very many of you, this person might not be single, and they've decided to stay in another connection. Yeah, they hurt you. They broke your heart, but you've healed from it. And so I feel like you're not going to move back into this, a new beginning with this person. You're actually enjoying yourself. And if you are wanting to heal this, there's some fear involved about this new beginning. Either way, you're not going to jump into anything. And they're just moving very, very slow. they actually want to have a commitment here. I think this person has realized that they were either deceived or that they made an error in judgment. Be careful, because some of them might be a little manipulative in trying to move back into your energy. They may not want to admit that they were wrong, and they may be manipulating to move back in your energy, so be careful with that. I feel like this person took really poor advice, and now everything is kind of going sideways for them. Let's look at the outcome. You could be dealing with another water sign. Could be Cancer is very strong as well, or it could be another Scorpio or a Pisces. Yeah, you're going to leave this person out in the cold. You have the moon energy. So you may have secretly been waiting for this person to come back, but in the meantime, you were working on yourself. So I do feel this person is coming back, and I feel like you're going to leave this person out in the cold, like they did you, pretty much. Because this person jumped to a conclusion based upon something they saw or something that someone told them. I feel like someone told them something, and that they made a quick judgment. They made a decision without knowing all the facts. They don't want to admit they're wrong, but I do feel that they're trying to re-enter your energy here. So I feel like ultimately you're going to leave this person out in the cold. They're going to feel very rejected. They're going to be sitting back, focusing on you and not talking after you basically leave them out in the cold. In the meantime, I think you were secretly waiting. It's like you knew this person was going to show up. This person was going to come back. And you already planned out what you were going to do, because you've now found your own happiness. I don't see you necessarily with any one person, but I see you dating, and I see you definitely sitting in this very high energy. You regained your balance here, and you did it in a good fashion, because I mean, those are really good cards in your outcome, the Empress and the Sun. So you're happy now, but it's like you knew this person was going to show back up, and at this point you don't even want them, and so they're going to sit back and watch you and be silent and, you know, love you from afar. They're very focused on you. They're very focused on you, and they know that your energy is increased. They're going to feel very rejected and like the weight of the world is on them. But they, not only did they jump to conclusions here and make a decision that was based on half-truths or lies, they are very slow to move back in your direction as well, because they didn't want to admit they were wrong. They wanted to stand their ground. They wanted to feel that they were right. And I feel like you're just not going to have anything to do with that. So I feel like you are very mysterious to this person. I feel like you're not really telling them anything or revealing anything to them. You may even have them blocked on your social media. So you're kind of keeping everything to yourself, and you're just doing you. But your energy is really good. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. This person's sitting in regret. Yeah, now they're the one that's looking back at the past and looking at what took place, and they have regrets over this. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you, Scorpio, and we'll see if there's any further advice. You have number 25, round and round. Yeah, it might not have been the first time that you had this, because there is something cyclical about this energy of theirs. So this may not be the first time you've had this go around with them. Hold on just a second, and I'm going to read that. All right, so this card deals with the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you're challenged to break, and revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. And I definitely think that you're breaking this pattern and you have a new perspective now. All right, it says the appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level, Empress, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. Now, with regards to relationship in particular, it says, are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar? Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time. For you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. And I think you've done that. I mean, according to your card, Scorpio, you've broken this cycle. And you're definitely in a very high energy now, so you're going to be looking at this from the same perspective. Just be careful that you don't repeat this pattern in another relationship, or if you do decide to reconcile with this person. All right, I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this in any way, please hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now if you would. And until I see you in your next regularly scheduled reading, which will be your monthlies, namaste.